y'all, this is the last one in the main build. So, yeah, let's get it done. Let's get it finished. So I've got some organized chaos here. I've got to put the platen, I believe I'm saying that correctly, arm, this plate, onto the tool arm, and then I've got to drill this undersized stuff out and put and thread it to 1/2 inch. So first, this is a spacer that came with this kit, and I'm going to take my transfer punches here and mark. Why is there a rock hammer on the table? Let's get rid of that. Okay, so transfer punches and mark the holes here to drill. I'm drilling 1/2 inch all the way through, and then well, 1/2 inch to be threaded. So I don't know. I'll look at the bit size in a minute, and then 5/16, I believe, because I'm going to thread one side. It's only halfway through 5/16 because it's going to be 3/8 threaded on this side. Tapping holes is one of my least favorite activities. And this one is really hinky to me because I got to go through both sides of this tubing. Good news is I've got the other side of the tubing if I screw this up. Okay, that's kind of lining up. It's not lining up where the chute at all. I guess it is. Okay, the 1/2 inch hole didn't work exactly like I planned it to, but I have a workaround. But the 3/8 hopefully will do just fine. Here's my plate I ordered. These are the bolts that came with it and that fit in here. Trouble, these are not 1/2 inch bolts, and so these bearings are loose on them. I don't want them loose, I want them like this. So what I've got to do is drill this out and thread these to 1/2 inch. I really hope I've got enough meat to make this work. I'm sure I could make something that would work. I thought it would really be. Oh, that's not leaving me a lot of meat. Yeah, it's not leaving me much. All the thread. I don't know if it's gonna work. This pisses me off. Okay, so I drilled this and there are still threads in there. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I don't know that I have any other choice. So I'm trying to cut threads, I guess on top of those threads. Not super happy about this situation at all. Hold on, my friend. It's very don't like it. I think it'll work, but I don't like it. On my 1/2" hole, I decided to leave this side threaded and drill this out to 33/64. And the reason for that is I didn't get this lined up. Like when I put a full threaded bolt in here, it will not thread down there. Something's wonky. It's definitely my fault. So also the other reason is most of the bolts I can get are not threaded up here. So anyway, just a quick little fix. Should. Yeah, so that'll work right there. Well, let's see if this will assemble the way I want it to. I hadn't decided if I want to do anything with that. I'll probably leave it a nut and just use a wrench on it. Alright, now this is not completed. There will be some more adjusting. Alright, first thing, I got some machine bushings. 1/2" machine bushings. It'll go there. One here. Just for fun, I'm putting a washer on there. I don't know exactly where this is, the final adjustment on this is gonna go, so but yeah, that gives me plenty of room for a lock nut. On this side, I'm not gonna lock this because this is nowhere near ready to be locked. Here's where we're at on this. I've cut a couple of tabs. I drilled a 1/4" hole in them. And I'm going to get this eyeballed up here and then weld it on. That's the whole plan. Well, we've got all the major parts put together here. I welded this to a plate on the bottom. So now the last thing left to do is hook up and wire the motor, which I want to put right here. That way all the wheels will be facing the same direction. There's just one problem. This motor runs clockwise, and I need it to run counterclockwise. No big deal. I'll rewire the switch. No, this is not a reversible motor. Now, I'm not an electrician, but just to make sure that I wasn't wrong, I actually took it to a motor shop. They were like, yeah, this can't be reversed. So my plan is to eventually get another motor for this, but in the interim, just to continue with the building it out of junk thing, I'm going to mount the motor on this side. Which should Should be interesting. Now, I took a plate and drilled and tapped it and bolted the motor to it. I've got a measure to cut some of this piece of 2x2 I'm mounting the motor to off, and then kind of make sure everything's lined up, and then we'll get it mounted. Did a little test run. I think this is where we're going to weld her on. Yep, maybe. Clearly not a permanent thing, but I'm mounting the switch right here. There we go. Well, I'm going to be honest, I am pretty happy with it. For what I've got in it, which is not a lot. I'll figure out exactly how much, but not a whole lot. I am pretty tickled with it. It seems to do pretty good. I can already tell I'm going to have to spend some money on some better belts. This was just a cheap variety, I guess that would be the right word, cheap variety pack of belts. I'm going to want some better ones. I still need to build the tool arm. I want to put a table on it, and eventually I want to get like an 8 or 10 inch contact wheel and make an arm for that. But the main thing is I just want to see exactly how much I use it and how much I like it. The plan is to do that with this for a while, and if I like it, which I can already tell you I like it, build one, maybe one that tilts next time, but build one that's variable speed, has a 2 horsepower motor, and you know, that I actually get the material for and don't just kind of rummage through my scrap. So that is the future plans, but I mean, I'm tickled with it. Granted, I have probably more stock laying around than most people do, but this is a very doable project. Swing by a scrapyard fabrication place. There's not a piece in this that is long enough that it couldn't be considered a drop. So you shouldn't have too much money in making one of these. Now, once again, I do not recommend the wheel kit. I'll put a link to the wheel kit and this piece right here that I ordered, but I don't recommend them because they were crap and I had to do a lot to them. So, but it was cheap. Everything's cheap. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Well, y'all, that is it. And this took me a little longer than I wanted it to because I have actual work I have to do. But I really see this thing being a useful addition to the shop. So, once again, do you have a 2x72 shop-built grinder? What do you have? What do you think of it? What tips do you have if you've built one? Is there anything you would do differently? Seriously, let me know in the comments, because I built this one on the cheap. I'm going to build one later and spend more money on it. Might even invest in a set of plans. But I'm not going to back yet. I'm not going to do that. But I'll probably buy a set of plans. But I really, really like this thing. And those 3 videos that I've linked in every video, those 3 channels, they have some really super good information on building a 2x72. And if you just want to take the guesswork out, those HouseMade ones, he just makes kits. I think that's what he does for a living now, which is awesome, brother. Get on it. So, anyway, questions, comments, let me know, and y'all behave yourselves.